All right.
Okay.
Well,
Hello and welcome. No, what am I saying even?
Yeah.
That's
right.
and welcome to Staying Up. I'm Kami.
and I'm Taryn. And every night we have a sleepover, but every week we invite you to join us. So thanks for staying up. Guys.
If you only knew. If you only knew.
Is that a song?
It is now.
It is now.
I literally, before we recorded and before I got ready today, was Googling, is Mercury in retrograde? What is happening? We have had, I don't even want to jinx it because we are currently recording, but we have had the technology day from hell.
Yeah, so we recorded this whole pod yesterday, and just to be quick about it, the camera shut off 4 times during the recording.
Battery was down even though it was charged.
And then when we were done, the audio file did not save at all.
It just said no.
It just said,
It said no.
It said, you want to be productive? No,
I don't think so.
No.
And I forced myself to record last night, which I don't like to force it because I like to keep this light and fun and goofy and enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I was in a bad mood yesterday.
She was
already
behind.
I was a bad girl. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it. And we had fun. Taryn carried us the whole time.
I came out
have the bad
swinging.
mic. I have the hairy mic. I don't know what happened to this
Hairy
one.
mic.
You have the good one.
Yeah.
And then all that happened. Like the dogs were barking the whole time. It was nighttime.
Yeah.
It was pure chaos.
It was a bad time for the girl.
And we were going to release it, video version at least only. But then we realized that we were missing such large chunks of it. Because the whole time while we were recording and the camera went off, Taryn kept being like, it's okay. We at least have the audio. People will understand if there's little like breaks in the video. Video. Did I say that?
I don't know. I thought so.
Whatever. We're letting it go. We are moving on. It's a new day. It's a new dumb.
Wait, you guys.
It's a new life.
I want to tell you something that was so funny
Oh, no,
that I just remembered.
What?
Last night we were like in such a grumpy mood from the whole day that we ordered
grumps.
takeout. I ordered a bunch of Thai food for us.
Oh, it is delicious.
It
We've
was
been really
super
good at
good.
not ordering, but we deserved it last night.
And I'm pretty sure that I took a bite of a what's it called?
An egg roll?
An egg roll, and then put it back.
You did.
And then when
I
we
think I
went
saw
to
you
get
doing
the
it.
egg rolls out, like 2 minutes later, I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, she's like, why is there a bit into egg roll?
And then
I'm like,
we
you bit it.
neither of us ate it.
Yeah. Neither of us ate
I'm
it.
like pretty
Because I
positive.
was positive that I saw you do it, but then there's always a chance.
I don't remember doing it, but I also don't remember a lot. So that's not that shocking. But I really couldn't get out of my head that like some dude that was delivering our food like stuck his little paws in there and was like,
Well, we just watched that movie where Pete Davidson is like a Postmates driver and he's like slurping their drinks and eating all their fries and being like licking his fingers. So that was like top of mind.
What you're about to hear, Peepees, is our best swing at retelling all the stories and the things that we told yesterday.
Luckily, I was in such a bad mood, I barely remember it.
Okay,
so,
true.
You know what? It might be real, authentic
Guys,
vibes, but
I don't know.
I
don't know if you remember this, but I used to be a review whore. Okay, I was obsessed.
Whore?
I was obsessed with getting reviews.
Oh my god! I thought you meant like you're reading reviews online.
Oh, baby, no.
See, authentic reaction.
Yeah, I was like, wait, is this a bit? Because you're fucking amazing at it. Let me see if I
fully
can
did
find
not know what you're talking about.
Why can't I find it now?
I often don't remember what we talk about. Like after this, we record. I try to edit and get the episode up, and I like type little descriptions, and I have to rewatch parts of it to remember what we talked about every time. And it's an hour after we recorded.
Yeah. And she's laughing.
Oh my god, I remember. I literally did. I thought you were just gonna ask people to review. I fully forgot about.
No,
this
I got
bitch.
over. I got over my need to ask people for reviews. I feel like they tell you that's so good, and you want a lot of reviews, and you want the 5-star, and you want the blah blah. I finally moved on and said, you know what? People will review when they want to review.
I can't possibly keep asking.
And then I come to you humbly as a rat, asking you,
looking for a food.
Whoa. I come to you asking you for more 5-star reviews because
you want to bury this review.
Because I want to bury
this bitch.
Allie AB. Okay, Allie AB took the time out of her day. This is what kills me. Took the time out of her day.
This is the part I love.
To type 1 star. Taps 1 star instead of 5. Okay. Could have been a mistake. Was it? No. She says, skip this. Excruciating to listen to. And to that I say, I love the word excruciating. People don't use it enough.
Sure.
But I'm positive she didn't spell that right on the first go.
Absolutely not.
The red squiggly was right under it.
100%.
100%. Not
like,
this.
Is that right? Let me Google that.
So Allie AB, which I'm pretty sure has stalked us online and said mean things elsewhere.
Yeah, that's the crazy part that I feel like we're not emphasizing this go around recording.
I've seen bad
is that
reviews.
you were like, I recognize this name. She's on TikTok. Yeah. She's on Instagram. She's on, I don't even know what else you use, but she's everywhere.
She's reviewing
Yelp.
us on Yelp.
Do you have a Yelp?
Yeah, we do.
Have
you seen it?
Shut up.
I'm not joking. I made us a Yelp for a bit.
You did?
Yes, honey.
When?
Like 2 months ago, probably.
But then you didn't do the bit?
No, like I just thought the bit was funny that we could have a Yelp.
I love that you
have
a whole
4.5 stars.
and you haven't shared it. Who said no?
Probably Allie B.
Allie B.
I'm just joking. We don't have a Yelp.
Oh
My God.
I was like, that's so weird that you did a whole
you.
bit and then didn't do it.
Yeah, no, we don't have a Yelp, but that is funny.
I was like, don't you need like a physical location? Did you use our home address?
Yeah.
I was worried.
I posted our home address and a couple pics of you in the home, naked.
Okay. Anyway, back to Allie.
Anyway,
McNasty.
No, there's nothing else to say about this person.
I just think it's so funny the people who make it a full-time job to be an online hater.
It's amazing.
It's like you are committed. You give your whole heart, your whole energy. Like, my God, if you put that much energy into anything else, you would be a superstar.
I mean, what I will say is if I were to start a company and I needed like sleuthers or I needed people that will work hard, I'd probably go for them.
She has no extra time. She's so busy.
Yeah. Also, Allie, I'm not giving
type
you a
it
job.
away.
I take that back.
Hell no.
You don't.
No. I don't know. What I think that people like this who are constantly hate watching, commenting, whatever, don't get, and I almost don't want to even say this to them because Allie, I'm sure you're watching. You're back. You're here.
Hi, Allie.
As excruciating as we are.
Allie.
But what they don't understand is like
Allie.
a watch is a watch, a like is a like, a comment is a comment. The algorithms do not discriminate between hate or love. It's all good. You are just making us the monies anyways.
I'm gonna get that tattooed. The algorithms don't discriminate. That's sick.
No, the algorithms do discriminate. They don't discriminate against hate or love comments. The algorithms definitely discriminate. We know that. We know that to be true.
Also, we have such different audiences on every platform. YouTube Shorts is a conservative hellscape.
Who is watching YouTube Shorts?
I don't know, but I post them anyway.
I know because it's good. It still is like bringing in people to the page. But like, are you watching YouTube Shorts? Are you guys watching YouTube Shorts? Maybe you are. Tell us.
I think like kids and adults. I think it's like.
Okay, what else is there?
No, like old adults. I'm not an adult in this scenario. I'm like 50 up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boomers and Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boomers and tumors. We should call them tumors when they're
boomers and tumors.
Who's ever above a boomer?
Okay.
Is a tumor because they're on
6 feet under.
Do they always go under 6 feet?
Yeah. Is that like a requirement? Do they measure that it's 6 feet? Why do we say 6 feet?
Dude, probably,
Probably that's like the safe amount to make sure like nothing's disturbing them.
Do you think you could dig up someone's body?
Could I or would I? And like, could I morally or could I physically? Physically, probably. I think
I was going physical, but now I understand this is more than
morally.
that.
I wouldn't take.
What
up
if it was mine?
I don't. Why?
Because I have your favorite necklace on.
I buried you with it. What do you mean?
No, I took it and then died.
But was I not at the burial?
Were you?
All right.
Anywho, quick little update. Are you doing okay this week?
No. However,
that's a big no.
However, I am not depressed.
You're not what?
Depressed.
Oh,
did I say
said
that?
Depressed.
I kind of did. I choked on the D.
You're like, I'm not depressed.
I am not depressed.
I've never thought about you choking on a D before, but
I don't want
today's
to.
the day.
Never have I, and never will I.
The day.
Yeah, I had my period this week. It had me irritable and miserable as fuck, but I was not depressed. One of my sweet best friends had to put her sweet dog down, and that was really heavy and emotional. Taryn's laughing because she called it. What did you say the other day?
I said had to take her dog down.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, Cam's friend had to take her dog down," and it. So dark, and it just made it so alarming. It was a nice comedic relief in the moment.
It was like, oh, she had to take her down.
She had to take her down.
Just like the visual is so different.
Yeah, I don't like any of the terms though. Putting your dog down, euthanasia.
Who
came? What the fuck is that term?
How long did it take you to
not realize
that
it was
not
youth
like
in Asia? My whole life until literally this week.
I think when I first saw euthanasia,
why are we all so worried about the youth in Asia? What is happening to the youth in Asia?
I'm like, are they all dying?
Yeah, Asia's so big. We're not speaking about specific countries. The whole continent of Asia. Not the children, the youth. No.
How old do you think you can be to still be considered youth?
13? No. I don't know. What's youth?
What's the youth? If they're like the youth are thriving, is that like...
I'm going to look it up.
Is that like... Because I would picture someone that's 15 to be youth.
What constitutes youth?
Under 22.
Who are the youth? There's no universal agreed international definition
We know.
of the youth of Asia. Okay.
The youth of Asia?
No,
You said that.
A youth age group.
Oh.
For statistic purposes, however, the United Nations, without prejudice to any other definitions made by members states, defines youth as those persons between the age of 15 and 24.
I said 22.
Good job. Yeah,
because if they were to be
kids,
if they were to say like, oh my God, the youth is thriving in this country.
it's young adult.
I'm picturing like.
It's the YA group.
Yes.
Young adult and youth are interchangeable.
I'm a youth. Doesn't matter. So anyway, you had to take the dog down.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's really sad.
You laughing, you continuously making joke about this is incredibly fucked up.
Okay.
I need you to get it together.
Here's where I'm at. I understand where you're coming from. I really do. Thank you for your comments and concerns.
I'm a youth at age you.
Also, literally, that was a fucking death threat.
Wait, the other day.
No.
It was. The other day you were.
I was in the middle
You
of a
asked me
sentee.
if I would. Oh, we were watching a show and there was a person like who was. I don't even know what
like
to
a
call
vegetable.
them.
Like
yeah, they ended up not being, which I thought they were, but they weren't. And Taryn was like, we were both saying, I wouldn't want to live that. I wouldn't want to put that pressure on you. And she was like, would you just kill me? And I'm like, that is illegal. But she still wants me to kill her.
No, it's just I don't want you to still be with me because I'm like you would.
But the problem is,
I don't want you to. Take
a lot
care
of people can't afford to hire, like, to put you somewhere else or take care. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I would take care of you. Anyway,
I just don't want you like
go back to what you're
scrubbing my butthole.
Baby, I'll scrub your butthole right now.
You already do.
Okay, back to what you were saying.
I don't even remember.
You making jokes out of
What I was gonna
us
say.
having to put
We've
a
been
baby down.
sad. We have known that our friend's dog has terminal cancer
for a couple weeks since New Year's Eve.
Since New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
and so I find
we knew
that
it was a
we
possibility.
have grieved a lot. We have cried.
Mm-hmm.
We have been with her. It's been a lot.
You're trying to lighten it up. I hear you.
And even after she was taken down, we
moving on.
Even after she was relieved of her terminal cancer.
Okay, there you go.
There was still some room for levity.
I agree with that.
Even from the owner of the dog.
Totally.
And so I found that if I could make her giggle, that's worth it.
That's a win. Yeah.
So you policing
I'm kidding.
this scenario,
whatever,
is bad.
Okay. I forgot to tell you the saddest, sweetest thing that happened. This is actually really morbid, but like we immediately were laughing about it as we were sobbing. So we are at my friend's apartment. It's a couple minutes before we have to head to the vet.
Mm-hmm.
Are their friends picking us up to take us?
You
And
have so many friends. Congrats.
Thanks. We're both sat there. We're being kind of quiet. We're just like petting the dog. I'm like
petting your
Sim.
friend. Yeah.
And it's just really sad. I'm like trying not to cry or like let her see me cry because I'm trying to be strong for her. And we're both kind of petting the dog and we both start crying. And then the dog, we see one tear go down Phoebe's little face and we both go, and we like kind of start like sob laughing. We were like, oh. She just had like a little tear because her eye was very injured because of the cancer. So I think there was pressure on it. So it like made it water. But I had not seen it do that at all. And this big tear just fell from her eye. And we were like,
that.
we were like, she knows. It was heartbreaking. But then also we were like cracking up trying to make light of it. But it was a really sweet, sad moment. But I forgot to tell you that. So.
I don't like that moment. I mean, I like it deeply and I will remember it forever.
I didn't like the idea of her potentially being aware
that something's up.
Yeah. But then whenever we had to take her in the car, the one time she like had a lot of energy was when we would do her little walks throughout the day and she like got up and was excited. Yeah. So I don't think she knew.
There's nothing worse in the entire world than having to put a dog down.
Nothing.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure there are.
Whatever.
But it's one of the hardest things that a lot of people have to do, unfortunately.
And it's like you have to do it willingly. It is euthanasia.
I still don't get what that means, but yeah. Anyways, we don't need to keep being morbid.
As well, they aren't having sex. That's a real thing.
Really?
Yeah, Japanese men. Well, a lot of Asian countries.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Is it all of Asia?
Again,
we're going so broad.
I know that it is a lot of Asia, or I know it's multiple places in Asia, but I do remember it being Japan.
Because they're outnumbered, or they outnumber women. Wasn't that a statistic that it's like there's the dating pool, like it gets, the gaps are getting bigger.
I also think it was like they all stay inside and play video games.
Oof,
like it was like
they're like having online sex and not in-person sex.
Yeah, which also is a vibe. No, it's not. Okay. Well. Anyway,
I know. Sorry to kick this off on like such a morbid start. Do you have anything light to share with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
So just shut up.
I do. First of all, a new thing for you. Yesterday, I was telling my guy friends, the Yeah Boys, I was telling them that I wish that there was a digestible news website, okay, where you could very quickly get the top stories.
Quick little headlines.
Quick headlines.
Okay.
But that are I'm not talking like, I was going to say something so crazy.
Okay.
I'm not talking about like,
please don't.
stuff always about like politics.
Wars, like all the heavy stuff.
I'm saying like, I want to be able to scroll and get a good picture of what's happening in all the different sectors of life. Okay.
There's a good Instagram account for that I follow. I
just want a website. I don't want to be on Instagram. I don't want to be whatever.
You want a clear website that's like daily little newsletter that's released kind of vibe.
So then Anthony goes, did you hear about Kanye West's new website? And I'm like, fucking no. He's like, it's kind of similar to what you're saying, but like, we should check it out.
Kanye vibe, so it can't be good.
You guys, it is exactly what I wanted.
Oh no.
To a shocking degree.
But like, it's not just obscure weird things that Kanye thinks important. It's like actually good overview.
I'm on the website right now. You type in, it's called Use, like yay, but like use, YEWS.news. It says the date, and every day it drops articles at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. or something.
Okay.
You click 10 a.m.
Yeah.
That's the headlines. It's brilliant. And it says like,
holy shit.
Cinema is in its post-franchise era.
Yeah.
AI is impacting 200,000 entertainment jobs. Study, dementia didn't exist in Rome.
Stay-at-home girlfriend now trending.
It's like
so
interesting and all over the board. And then you can click one where it's like, okay, Pacific nations tax unhealthy food. And then it gives you
can read into it.
Basic little thing. And then it sends out to the source.
I hate how much I love this.
It shook me to my core.
I can't believe this is Kanye's.
I can. There's one part that I hate about it, which is that when you click into a news article, it gives you this like old creepy picture. Like it's like giving what is everyone
Illuminati.
Illuminati. It gives you like a weird creepy picture.
Why?
And then tells you they all do. I don't know if he's just he's like
it has
weird
nothing
about.
to do with the article.
I think he's like weird about art, you know, and he's like trying to get art in front of people. Is the
But
only
that
thing I
doesn't.
can.
It's so like even if I like the image, it's
Yeah.
so irrelevant to the article. I'm
That's
not
the one
then-
thing. It makes no sense.
It's not the right place.
Yeah. So
Weird. I do like that though. Just quick, digestible,
I know.
and covering everything, so you're not just only seeing the top stuff that is being fed to you by the algorithms that
I
just
know.
are appealing to you.
Where do you get your news?
A little bit of everything. I love listening to the Daily.
Yeah, you do.
It's just quick. It's easy. I like that they're like
Michael Barbaro.
that. I don't love. Well, that I do love. I don't like the other girl mimicking him. But they're so easy, like 20, 30 minutes. I can do that in the time of like showering, doing my makeup, driving, whatever it may be. Like that's a good amount of time. And then it's like anything else, I'm not going and searching it. There's just, I follow a bunch of accounts either on TikTok or Instagram, and then they're great. They'll give me like a quick overview, but I am bad at remembering handle names.
Yeah.
So I don't remember.
You would never know where to go.
I never go to be like, oh yeah, what's the stuff like?
Yeah.
I love the here's what you missed this week, or like things you should be aware of. And I can't even remember off the top of my head, I can't remember the name of the account.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating. So mainly podcasts is where I'm consistently getting it.
That's fair.
Yeah. What about you?
I use Apple's news app.
Yeah, I
Do
like
you
watching
use it.
I don't, but I love when you do.
So-
because I'll watch you in bed in the morning doing it. And it's really nice.
You'll watch me in
I'll
bed.
watch you in bed.
So if we have a family news account, we have a family Apple account,
yeah.
and I pay for news, so you should get it.
Oh my god, cool.
But so it has today, and then
I
there's
didn't know
this
I had
News
that.
Plus section, and it's all curated things for you. Like,
oh, I love that. Yeah, I was going on it a little while when I always watch you consistently do it, and then I started consistently doing
Yeah,
it,
I
and
love
then I
it.
stopped. Okay, well, I'm getting back on it. Okay, but why is it? We'll do this later.
yeah, we'll do it later.
I'm like, why is it trying to charge me if we have a family?
No, that's
account?
telling you about that. It's
Okay.
I don't know. But anyway, also I have more for you.
What do you have for me? Oh no.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I love a quick the one great thing about TikTok is how quickly we all get behind a trend. Like I
100%.
just had to text and explain to my mom Pookie because I made it my Instagram caption that the dogs didn't say that
I saw
Pookie
your
looked
mom
fire.
asking about it.
And my mom was like, "Who is this Pookie?" That was my nickname in camp, summer
Which
camp.
is so cute.
So I like sent her the videos. I did a brief explanation of them.
Wait, which also reminds me that I got an email from The Gist, which is a sports newsletter that I follow.
Yeah.
And the subject line said, Pookie's looking absolutely fire.
Like, it's just fun that we all get
Inside
behind
jokes.
something so fast. It's an inside joke. It comes and it goes. And then if you're out of it, you want to know. Like, my mom's like, I need to know about Pookie. And it's just cute and wholesome that we all have this.
I love that the comments are like inside jokes to other TikTok trends so many times. Like I saw one this morning that was like this guy, the guy from Mean Girls, the first Mean Girls,
Aaron Samuels.
the real actor,
Yeah.
just got on Broadway.
Oh.
And he's like crying. He just found out, and he's telling his husband or boyfriend or something like, oh my God, I made it. I got on Broadway. And it was his lifelong dream. And the husband, let's just say husband, was like jumping around and like kind of like stomping his feet, and the top comment was like the stomp, he's doing the Nala stomp. And
And like everyone knows.
and which is a dog that stomps their legs. So
Yeah.
it's a different
And people
trend.
probably are like, yeah, of course, and I'll stop.
No,
Oh, I love that.
back to Sherpa.
Wow.
There is a man. How do you describe this man? He's the new Salt Bae.
Well, you described so much to me last night, so now I feel like I have a plethora of information from the podcast
Okay,
we
so
already
let
recorded.
me.
However, from just watching the video the first time,
Yes.
there is this is what I would have guessed. He's a server at a restaurant, and he is cutting up a dessert. I thought it was croissant and ice cream, and throughout it, he says "Triple wow," and he feeds it to the person to his right at the table,
disgusting.
and it makes me want to vomit because it's a big chunk of ice cream, and people are like biting into the ice cream, and it feels spitty and gross.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
So these
But I
videos
love
have
his
gone.
Super Wow.
These videos have gone viral the same way that like when Salt Bae was doing his like weird thing, putting salt on
Totally.
his elbow, which
That is such a good comparison, though. It's like that exact kind of character.
they're calling him like mini Salt Bae.
I want Salt Bae to go Super Wow and do that, or Super Wow guy to do like a little like sugar sprinkle on the dessert.
Well, he does at the end. He does the pistachio crust. He
Oh,
should
he
do it off
should.
his elbow.
Super Wow.
However, if I'm sat at a table and someone is bouncing shit off their elbows onto my food.
I would never eat that dessert.
No.
I'm sure he has washed his hands, done all this stuff.
Yeah.
But also, it almost looks like a hibachi setup, like a really big table. Do I know the person who's chowing down on the ice cream? Is it just for them? Is it a table dessert?
They're not hibachi tables.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, this guy comes around and he gives you baklava, and he, it's very cool now for like high-end restaurants to have
Performance.
presentation / performance. It's like, a whole thing. For Instagram, honestly. It's so that people film it and say, go to this restaurant, I gotta go film it too, which is ridiculous. And it's actually to the point where I find it so cringy when there's a sushi restaurant that I'm picturing. They go, is your camera ready?
And I'm like,
ugh.
I'm not gonna I don't want to.
No. But I do every time. When they do the one,
fine.
When they pick up the smoke,
I do love that.
I do like
it
that.
Smells good. I like that you record it and then I don't have to.
Yeah. And then later you're like, can you send me that recording?
And it does make sense that I'm like, did you get a good shot?
Super wow.
You said that this is in Dubai, and Dubai to me is very similar to like Vegas energy. It's all about the show. So that I think kind of made stuff click.
So I've been obsessed with this man. Yesterday when we recorded this, I kept saying little man. And that is because he is an actual little person, but also because I say little all the time. Yeah,
it did end up sounding problematic that you were like using it in a derogatory way. But you're like, no matter who it was, you would be like, oh, that little guy. But then he also is a little person. And that is important to the story.
It is important to
my
story.
There.
Yes.
So every episode we're like, disclaimer, don't cancel Taryn. That's not what she means.
I'm always like, oh, he's just a little guy doing his little thing. But when they're an actual little person, now it sounds like very
offensive.
Demeaning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. You're not being demeaning, but
look at him.
Oh, I love Taryn.
Dog on my background.
Every time Taryn get a new hour, there's a new dog on Taryn's background. So
it's very cute.
We'll see you next hour.
Okay. So I did a deep dive into who he is.
Okay.
Because he's everywhere and he pauses, looks at the camera, and he goes, super wow. So now everybody's like being like, super wow. Okay. His name is Abdul Salam Al Zayud.
Mm-hmm.
He is a chef at a restaurant in Dubai.
That's where I'm like, I need you to know more info on that. Is he the chef?
His
is
bio
he the owner?
says chef.
Is he just calling him mashing up the dessert a chef? I need so much more information on that.
My belief is that he is not a chef that is in the back cooking.
Okay.
But that
he's a performance chef.
He has to say he's a chef so that he can like touch people's food and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he has to get like certification.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Because there's another.
But when you go, when they do like a Caesar salad at the table?
Yeah.
Does that person have to be a chef?
They probably have to have gotten certified and all the things to touch your food. I fucking hope so. I'll tell you that. Okay. So he has 15 million likes on TikTok. He's completely blown up. He has more followers than Cammy, 555,000. I might leave you for super wow.
Do it.
His Instagram handle is Mr. Super Wow.
Naturally.
So he's very into this little bit that he does.
I would like to know how long that's been his handle, or if he quickly got it right when it started popping off.
Oh my God, that's such a good question.
You can see that. You can see how much people have changed their bio. You can do like not the Wayback Machine thing, but you can check that. So I'm gonna do that
on Instagram.
Yeah, not on Instagram, on something else. You can check it.
There's a website that's like I think it's the Wayback Machine.
I don't know if that's what you do for Instagram, but yeah. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, he works at a place called Zuzu Dubai. Guess how much the baklava is? You would think it's expensive because it comes with this show.
$30.
Well,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if Dubai is expensive or not. I can't remember.
It's $45, but I think that's in the Emirati dirhams.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. That's like whatever Dubai currency.
Yeah.
But then in the US, it's only $12.20. In US dollars, that's only $12.20, which I find is extremely cheap for this sort of.
That's cheap for dessert in general.
Yeah.
But then normally whenever, if it's on fire, if there's a show, it's like, I would assume another $20.
Yes.
40 but makes sense.
Same.
But USD.
Then there's also a gold flake baklava. That's another option.
How much is that one?
I didn't see.
Oh, babe.
I'm sorry. I felt like I was doing a ton of research, but now in retrospect, when you ask me questions, I'm like,
yeah,
I was fucking throwing spaghetti at a wall.
Yeah.
Okay. The last weird thing that I would like to share is, well, two things. One, I don't think he came up with this whole presentation. I think he came up with like super wow.
It's like not his shtick
Because
like someone did it before him.
I went back on the restaurant's Instagram and there was another person doing the same thing, feeding the baklava, waving it around, who was also little. Like a little person.
I need you to do so much more research.
And then I felt weird. Then I felt, but should I feel weird?
If he's the owner, no. Because he's like...
Who? The second little person or super wow?
Whatever. Either of them.
Okay.
Like, are they fetishizing and like making a spectacle? But then it's also like, yeah, but then is it creating jobs? I always feel odd about that. It's like, where's the line of using something that may be a disadvantage in different areas of your life?
Yeah.
And maybe you're not getting the jobs you want because of something. Where's that line of using that disadvantage to your advantage, and when is it people are taking advantage of you making a spectacle of you? But
then isn't it silly that like we see two little people working at one restaurant and we're immediately like, what's going on?
Well, because I think like what is the percentage
just so few
of
little people?
Yeah, like what is what statistically is a percentage in, let's say, Dubai specifically?
I know.
How many people are little people in Dubai?
And he's not even from Dubai. He's from Jordan.
A lot of people moved to a lot of people in Dubai are not from Dubai. It's like a big hub for businesses. A lot of people move there. It's a tourist attraction, so people like.
Okay.
Yeah, so that doesn't surprise me.
I just felt like I don't know what to feel here. Now I feel weird. And then I kept
are they
looking.
like specifically being like, this is a job, the stipulation, you have to be a little person, this is your routine that you do, like,
and is it like
that feels
funny,
weird,
quote unquote, to them?
And then it's like, are you supposed to be is it like people are making fun of them?
I know, like, oh, get the baklava, it comes with the show, but it's supposed to be like funny. It reminds me of I heard someone say that they went to a party in LA that little people, they've seen it multiple times. Little people are the servers, and they have sombreros, and there's chips around the rim of the sombrero, and you take your chips off.
That doesn't sit right with me.
That's bad. I agree.
That feels very bizarre. And I guess some people would argue it's like, well, someone is being offered a job and they're taking it, but is that not just taking advantage of someone who needs a job and is like willing to take something?
My only hope is that
I don't like that.
Is that, say you are a little person and you have a bunch of friends that are also little people because that's your community and you understand each other and whatever. And somebody was like, let's start a company.
It still feels
still
like
not good.
It still feels so weird of like,
but what if they
why are the people at the event? What is that doing for them? Like, I don't know that it doesn't. It feels off to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It feels like you're just exploiting people.
But then it's
for
like
a specific characteristic about them.
But on the flip side, couldn't you say that they're proud of that characteristic, and if it gets them a job, that even if it's for the quote unquote even if it's for mixed reasons, that like that's still cool for them if they wanted it?
I mean, if they want that, then that's their prerogative. But I think the person doing it is like seeking out a specific type of person for a job. Like that person's icky.
My hope,
the person taking the job, is like, whatever, you do what you want. If it feels good to you, you do what you want.
My hope for Mr. Super Wow is that him and this other person that is also a little person, that they are just friends and they both just happen to work there.
Or that they've created this. They've been like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is going to hit.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to bring in business. And they're making the big bucks. And it was like they orchestrated this whole thing.
To add a little more color, I did see that there is another man that works there that is not a little person and does similar.
Okay, so they're not just only. No, it's not
only
a stipulation. Okay.
But then I saw.
Well, then, yeah, it might just be like I have this job. It pays great.
And this is my best friend.
I have a friend. We've met because of our community.
Yeah.
Will you hire him?
That's what I hope.
Okay.
But then I also saw that a little person came in. I don't know if they were a famous little person or something, or just a famous person, but they came into the restaurant, and then the restaurant like filmed it and posted it and was like, look, and it's like him walking through the restaurant. And I just was kind of like, what are the odds I found the one restaurant in Dubai That's like so much of the content is little people.
Where is it celebrating people? And where is it making a spectacle of people? It's like, where does this line go? What are the intentions, I guess, at the end of the day?
Yeah. So
I don't know.
I thought that was an interesting little thing I uncovered.
I feel like we need to do investigative journalism. Yep. We need to go to Dubai. We need to go to this restaurant. We need to interview Super Wow.
Too far?
Yeah, it is pretty far. We need to You're like, I could never get through that flight.
I ain't doing it.
Okay, I'm going to go to Dubai. I'm going to interview
go
Mr. Super Wow for the podcast and be like, what's going on, man?
Okay.
He's like
Who
contractually
really?
Obligated to only answer everything with Super Wow. I'm like, okay.
He also says no carbs, and I think he's saying no carbs. Like
no
when
carbs.
He gives them he says $1 million, and he says
I've never seen any of these.
Yeah, he goes $1 million, and then he says Super Wow, and then he says no carbs.
Oh wait, the other guys that you saw do it, do they say all those taglines too, or just the one guy?
Just Super Wow.
Okay, he has added the flair.
Yes,
they're all doing okay, good to know.
They're flipping I
was gonna say, are they all saying it the same way? Is that just how he speaks? Does he like add a little flair?
No, that's his new thing.
I need you to do more research.
All right,
I need.
Can the peepees help me out? I really did a lot, so I could really use a little more.
I could really use a little more.
We watched Maestro in Pittsburgh.
We did.
And
I liked it.
Same. But I just thought, there's so much content.
Oh, there's too much content. I can't
Like,
keep
we
up.
watched a whole movie that Bradley Cooper and
Carey Mulligan
have been working on for years.
And it felt like just a little blip in our lives.
And I'm just like, I go like this. Yeah, I liked it.
I forgot we watched it.
100%.
I miss the days where we would like wait months for the movie to come out in theaters.
Yeah.
Go that night. Like, I want to go see Argyle tomorrow night when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh my God. Happy February 1st.
We made it.
We made it
to February. Anyway, I just thought, how funny is it? It's just a blip.
It's sad. It's like and it all just is so much less significant, where things meant so much when you would watch it and consume it, you talk about it.
Yeah.
That's sad. I don't like that. That
mean,
makes me bummed out.
It's just when there's so much, so little sticks out.
Yeah.
And so it's like, maybe I need to like go on like a content diet and really only take in.
I like that we were talking about going back to like old content. Ignore the new stuff for a little bit.
Gilmore Girls.
I don't want to do Gilmore Girls.
I know it stresses you out.
But I will do Gossip Girl.
It's just that neither of us have done Gilmore Girls, and you have done Gossip Girl.
And I'd do it again.
You've done Gossip Girl. You did Gossip Girl.
I did Gossip Girl. I would like to talk about something really important to me that you brought up on your Tuesday.
Oh.
For anyone who doesn't know, Taryn every Tuesday does Tuesday on her Instagram where she answers questions. And someone asked you how often you wash your legs in the shower.
Okay.
It has reinvigorated a great debate that I have had.
Well, why don't I share my
and privately?
Answer?
Please do.
I said I probably manually, intentionally wash my legs 70% of the time.
That's the only way to wash. If it's not intentionally, it's not washing.
Please hold.
No.
Please. No. Sure. Wow. That means manually means I am sitting, scrubbing. No, like attention of sitting.
Touching your legs.
I mean, like I'm sitting
bringing
there.
your leg up to your hand.
I'm scrubbing my legs or with my hand or with a towel. Okay. 30% of the time, my uppers are so soapy. And like my butt and areas around my butt, the front butt.
You're pleading the trickle down effect.
The trickle down, I would say, for a non-post workout shower is enough sometimes.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, don't wiggle your finger at me.
Let me ask you
this.
If you were washing dishes in the sink.
Yep.
Would you wash the top?
I don't do that.
Exactly. I knew you wouldn't get this one.
Got him.
If you wash the top 2 plates.
Yes.
Would you then just go, the bottom plates are clean, and eat off that?
No one's eating off my legs, baby. So that's...
You don't know? You don't know what I want to do?
I do know you're not eating off my legs.
Maybe I would if they were washed.
No, that's mean to say that. Because now it's conditional.
Yeah, it is.
My legs are washed 70% of the time, and I don't see you eating off these things.
I don't know when it's the 70
I don't want you
or 30.
to eat off me, to be honest.
Well, that's maybe the problem.
There's so much to talk about here.
All I'm saying is you need to be manually washing all parts of your body. I would prefer it's with a washcloth, and I get that there's a great debate. I'm not into loofahs. I hear that some people are. I don't like something sitting in the shower not being cleaned. I'd rather use a new
like
washcloth every single day. Yeah, I'm
body
just
sponge. Ugh.
Yeah, and then people are like, a washcloth is grosser. It sits there. I'm not using the same washcloth every day, and it's not creating more wash. It goes in with the towels. They're tiny.
Yeah.
The best route is a washcloth. It's exfoliating. You can really get each part of your body.
Yeah.
And then it's like somebody also brought up, well, you're using that washcloth on your bits and then your feet and your face and all that. No, you go in a very specific order.
Cami has a shower order.
Very specific order. And even though I'm very meticulous with my order, I am not using the same corner of a washcloth on my butthole and then on my toes. That's gross. It's different areas.
Talk to me about the butthole thing.
You're not cleaning your butthole.
Here's where I'm at. I do clean it, but I'm questioning. I would never be like, yeah, I clean my butthole like straight up.
Yeah, I clean my butthole.
Oh, talk to me about it.
So I use a washcloth. That's what we have established.
But are you?
It's not in. We're never going in. You never want to go in any holes. Vagina hole, booty hole.
Yeah, no, I know.
You could spread bacteria. You never need to go inside of them.
Yeah.
But after I have cleaned surface skin.
Yep.
And armpits.
Okay.
Then we go vag area.
Yeah. We're
making sure cleaning any little folds in there.
Okay.
Listen, y'all need to learn how to wash yourselves.
Yeah.
And then front to back, just like when you wipe your area on the toilet.
Yeah, back to front. Yes.
Clean that. Then I go to the back. I get like under the cheeks.
Yeah.
In the crack. And then I do a lot of like a little extra like at the top of the crack where you could get maybe like a little sweaty, make sure that's properly cleaned. And then just like all in the area.
Okay.
Make sure I get like, is it still called a taint on a woman? The area between vagina and butthole.
Oh, there's a word for it.
A different word? Not
there's
taint.
like it's like shelf or something. It's not. It's. I think. Let me see.
Anyways, I make sure I get that area really good. Get the butthole really good too.
What's the name?
And then I typically will also do if I'm shaving too, I'll do my last thing. I will take soap on my hands and kind of do bits and pits again.
Okay.
Just to make sure we're properly cleaned.
What's the name of the area?
Just say taint, but for women.
Thin layer of skin between your genitals. Perineum.
Oh, yeah. I've
your
heard
perineum.
That. Okay.
My anus. I'm going to start calling my butt my anus.
Okay.
I'm going to clean my anus more than I've ever cleaned my anus this afternoon.
Thrilled by that.
That's weird.
Why?
Triple wow. Great. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got here.
Glad we got there.
I just feel like when people say they clean their butthole, I'm picturing like they're going in and around.
Around?
Then around.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm picturing.
Unless you're going to have
the cavity.
Unless you're going to like preparing for some like proper
butt
stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I'm not cleaning it then. You're acting like you know. You're not in there often.
Honey.
You're not.
I've been in there.
You've been in there.
I'm
saying
just
it like
saying,
that.
Let's all properly
Why are you acting
clean
hungry?
I'm not.
First of all, you were talking about eating off my legs.
First of all, I just want everyone to properly clean their booty holes.
Okay.
Is that so much to ask?
Should we tell our pee-pee story?
Let's do it.
Okay. Let me pull it up. That was the sound of a butthole.
Not a clean one.
Bro, I'm going to need you to stop. Okay. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Peepees. Remember, you can always send in your gossip stories. They can be about anything as long as they're juicy. Like a clean butthole.
Hated. Absolutely hated.
And you just email us at stayinguppod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Where do we not accept stories?
In the DMs, baby.
That doesn't mean you can't DM us about other things.
DM us, but they will not be stories that are read on the pod because it's too hard to keep track of everything else. Send us advice questions, gossip stories, chaos, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But send it to our emails so we can read them here.
Here we go.
Get
your listening ears on because this has a lot of characters.
Oh, God. Okay. Focus.
Good day, Cam and Tare.
Good day, mate.
Good day. Greetings from the land down under.
Of course.
I've got a bit of a yarn.
We can't do that.
And at the end of it all, I'm tossing a line in the water for a bit of advice. That was
that amazing?
Good.
I've never heard you do that.
I really committed. I feel like I fucking nailed it.
I
A bit of a
think
line.
you're Australian now.
I'm tossing a line in the water for a bit of advice.
I also love that. Tossing a line in the water.
Whoa.
Can I just toss a line in the water real quick?
Yeah. Okay.
Catch some feelers?
I've got a bit of yarn, and
Okay.
at the end of it, I'm tossing a line in the water.
Got it.
For a bit of advice.
A bit of advice.
3 years back, I made the move between footy clubs in the Australian Football League,
Okay.
AFL. And let me tell you, it was a move that sent me into a tangled web of love and heartbreak. We hate a tangled web.
We love it.
Picture this. AFL, number sports with 16 players on the fields. There's a lot of people. And the women's team I joined, boasting a hefty 60 players.
What percentage is lesbians?
100%. Amidst the footy chaos, I found myself entwined in a complex love triangle involving A, my then partner, and a mysterious new partner, T.
Is this a threesome story?
Maybe. So A is their
Current
partner.
T is new character.
Mysterious new player.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's rewind a bit for context. Okay. Wow, I'm getting a lot of notifications. A and I hit
A
and I hit it off after some AFL sessions.
Okay.
And things took a plunge into A is their partner. Okay. I just got lost. Come on, baby.
You got this.
A and I hit it off after some AFL sessions, and things took a plunge into a pool party crazy night.
Ooh.
One night, my ex, who I was still with, we're just going to call them X because it's a new letter.
Okay. So A is previous partner, but because we've gone back,
Yes.
we are not with A yet. We are with our ex.
We're with X.
We are in the pool with A.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. This is complicated.
One night, my ex, who I was still with, invited some people around for drinks at her family home. I invited A, and before we knew it, we were the last ones up sharing a bottle of scotch.
A bottle?
Half a bottle deep.
We wasted.
That's insane. We ended up in the pool,
This is
and
dangerous.
when we get out, A proceeds to undress in front of me. She showed me her super clean butthole. Just kidding. Okay, wait, I lost myself in that funny fucking joke there. Okay, proceeds to undress in front of me. We sat around, and after some rounds of truth or dare, A confessed that I was her type. Although nothing happened that night, the tension was palpable. I communicated to my ex-partner the next day what had happened and was encouraged to explore that connection with A.
Okay, so we have a little open relationship.
X is like, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Despite being unsure of my own stance on polyamory.
Okay, so X is down for polyamory. Our PP is unsure, but excited about A. Okay.
Yes. Tensions
know
were
where
high
this
at
goes.
training sessions, shared looks, and thoughts of the night. But I wasn't sure what A would think of the open proposal. Any excuse to spend time together we took, and eventually one night during a pre-training hot spa recovery at her place, I mustered the courage to ask, and A and I began sleeping together.
Okay, so A's down to be
A's down to clown.
just a, yeah. Okay.
Fast forward a couple of months, my 2.5-year relationship hit the rocks, and 6 months later, A and I became official.
Could have seen that coming.
But that's just when the complications began.
Oh my God, there's more.
There is a lot more. As our relationship progressed, I started noticing a lack of reassurance and care from A. Criticism became the norm, and my insecurities soared. Sad. Fast forward to Easter. Bunnies, hopping, chocolate.
I'm there.
Oh my God, I have a meeting in 10 minutes. I gotta go. Go. I started noticing a lack of reassurance and care from A. Criticism became the norm. Insecurity soared. Fast forward to Easter. We spent Easter with A's family on the other side of Australia. And after I returned to Queensland, A dropped the breakup bomb via text.
Ooh, via
asking
text.
me to keep it under wraps for the sake of the footy season.
No, that's not fair.
That's lame. That left me in a melancholic state, isolated and battling self-esteem issues.
Tough.
Note, A was our team captain.
Oh,
Very
God.
hard to
Your
ignore.
ex being the captain sucks.
And then she's like bossing you around. And you're like, why is this kind of hot? Stop.
And you're also like, shut up. You broke up with me via text.
Yeah, back and
loser.
forth. You're
Isn't
like,
that a
you
leadership
suck.
move.
Stop with your high knees, loser. Okay, enter T,
Oh, my God.
the mysterious player from their reserves team.
Oh, coming on up.
Word
Big
finally
leagues.
got round of the breakup, and I began putting myself out there again. One
for you.
drunken football event full of bar crawls and pool comps.
Oh, my God. You love
Pool
your
comps.
teammates. Pool comps?
Pool comps.
I don't know.
Pool
what that means.
competitions? Like playing pool?
Must be an Aussie term.
Okay.
Whatever.
One drunken
Irrelevant.
football event full of bar crawls and pool comps brought my attention to another teammate who played for the reserves team. I was seniors, and reserves are essentially the second string. Okay, JV. T, a drop-dead, gorgeous, funny, smart girl who I had always thought highly of, though who was known to be straight, so I thought. We
I
flirt a
guess
little,
not.
and T seemed receptive and interested. As I'm walking to the bar, I overhear T say to a friend that she was very much straight and unwavering. I back off and
Why are
put
they
the
even having
crush
this
out of my
conversation?
mind. I don't know. Unwavering is so lame.
It's like that. We talked about that one person said that the other day where they're like, what did they call it? When they were explaining that they're completely straight.
I don't know.
They like said it so intensely. If you say it intensely, I don't trust you.
Unwavering is such a crazy word. That's the same as excruciating.
I'm going to guess she's wavering. Let's keep going.
Another few months go by and we run into each other out clubbing with mutual friends. You're busy, girl.
You are so busy.
I'm
exhausted.
I was out with another girl I'd been seeing casually and not
So busy.
exclusively. And when I saw T, despite excitement, reminded myself that she was straight. A no-go. After a long night of dancing and fun and many, many drinks, I ended up waking up in T's bed. Panic. I leave and hope that I didn't make a fool of myself and dread training on Monday.
What happened in that bed?
After this, things took a turn. R, T's housemate and another fellow teammate,
Oh my God.
added a spicy twist by confronting me about my connection with T. R's interest was apparent, but her approach terrified me.
Oh, R is into our pee-pee as well.
Yes.
Everyone wants our pee-pee.
I know our peepees are hot. Of course.
Jesus,
Of course. The peepees just walk
Jesus.
around
Hot
attracting
commodity.
everything. During a team event following the night, I ended up at their house. R confronted me and made her physical intentions very clear. She expressed her anger that I had shared a bed with T and warned that if anything ever happened with T, nothing could happen with R and me.
I don't like R.
Not
Run
that I
from
had
R.
agreed to this.
Mm-mm.
During this night, R asked me to join her in the bathroom, saying she was anxious and wanted company. I agreed, and once inside, she proceeded to pounce on me in an attempt to have something happen. I managed to get away, and she is furious the rest of the night.
Okay,
R is a loony bin.
No, R is not cool. Like setting up all these stipulations. You guys aren't even a thing. She's just letting you know that she's into you and then being like, but if anything happened with this person, nothing can happen with us.
Furious is spooky.
And do we
too.
know if something happened with T? Oh my God, I cannot keep
She
this
just
legend.
woke up in her bed. That's all we know.
So I'm like, if something did happen, if you do know something happened, you should tell R and just like put it to bed and be like, well, something did happen, so leave us alone. But you also don't want to out. Oh God, this is chaos.
Remembering R as T's housemate, a few weeks later, R breaks into T's room, reads her diary to find out where T had been going when she'd
R.
been seeing me,
Get a
and
grip.
proceeds to tell the team that R and I got together and that T and I had been seeing each other, and I end up back in a bit of a sad state.
Oh my God, R outed T.
Yeah,
R's
fucking
R's
piece of
gotta
shit.
go. R's gotta go.
Despite the drama, T and I continued seeing each other, albeit in a bit of a hush-hush to protect our connection from gossip. The uncertainty around T's sexuality has been adding a layer of complexity to our budding relationship. She's been open about her feelings for me and is not shy to be affectionate, but her lack of experience with dating generally more specifically women has me treading cautiously. While she's all in, I can't shake the fear of being just a phase in her journey. So here's where I turn to you for some guidance. How do I navigate the uncharted waters of dating someone exploring their sexuality for the first time? I'm head over heels for her, but the fear of heartbreak looms large. Thanks a bunch for being the sounding board to my footy-filled saga. There's so many more details and stories in this group to keep your jaw on the floor.
I can't handle anymore.
Yours in lesbian sporting drama, a PP who probably should have kept her PP in her pants.
Honestly, yeah, probably. This is chaotic. There are so many layers.
Yeah.
But let's just get to the nitty gritty of it. You are dating somebody on your football team who is not comfy with sharing all her business yet because she's still discovering her sexuality. That's what this boils down to.
Yeah.
You can't ever make someone more ready to be out than they are, but it is also okay if you recognize that that is difficult for you and a boundary for you, because it will cause difficulties in your life and keeping things secret and adding to the drama. That is so okay if you're not comfortable being in a relationship like that. But it's something like you have to decide, can I handle this? Because you don't ever want to pressure someone to be more ready than they are.
100%. I think too, if it gets to lying, that's a little tough. If it's you have to say to your friends oh yeah, no, I'm single or whatever, that's kind of hard. But I also find these situations to kind of be a rite of passage, because a lot of people just aren't out, and that's just the reality of the queer community. And B, I have been in this scenario and I find it a little bit hot.
Sneaking
around, being kind of oh my God, they can't know. It is kind of fun, but you will know when it starts to hit you in a way that is no longer fun, and no longer worth your time.
Totally.
But like Cam said, you can't force them out of the closet. You don't want to force them out of the closet. You want somebody that's as excited and as ready and as open to be themselves as you are. So might be just a wrong matchup at some point if you start to feel that way. But if not, if you're just vibing, vibe on.
And I also feel you need to be clear and set those boundaries with the person too, of not using them not wanting to be out as an excuse of just not wanting to deal with sharing it with people.
100%.
If people already know. So continue that communication. Keep it open.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep it honest.
Yes, ma'am.
And be careful. Don't get yourself in chaotic situations, because it does sound like we are kind of thriving in drama a little bit here, PP, just to call you out a little bit.
You are being a little drama.
And whatever, enjoy it, rite of passage, but protect your peace a little bit too.
They also sent us an image of all the people.
I can't wait to see that.
And their whole team in circle.
Oh, yes.
Too. So
we're living for the drama, so please continue.
That's it. I have to go.
Yeah, get to your meeting, baby.
I love you, honey, and PPs. I love you.
Love you guys.
Absolute pleasure spending time with you as always.
As always.
Dare I say exciting things are coming?
Dare we? We don't know when.
We don't know when and we don't know what, but
I
do like to keep you on your toes.
We love you guys. We will see you next week.
Leave a review. Get Allie out of here.
Fuck you, Allie.
Honestly, seriously though. Grow up.
Rude.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.